Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of iCast Fireball, an actual play 5e D&D adventure where we go through the campaign Skulls and Shackles. My name is Thomas, the GM of this adventure, and around the table we have
Lieutenant Ignis Harkon,
Maximus Shuns,
Chozo Lebec,
and Buster Bilgewater.
Here we are again, audience, with our crew, our motley crew, having been thrust into a new realm. The Earth Elemental Realm, the Labyrinth indeed, where there is pain, destruction, and unknowability behind every corner. However, trucing definitely cuts through a lot of that. And Max, having true sight, and having taken on this group endeavor, a new mechanic we tried out, and trying out this new mechanic of endeavors, we saw our very capable, very creative crew not only making it through the labyrinth, but thriving as they found a woman randomly trapped there, and also Tim. Tiny Tim, not Tiny, just Tim from the original first couple episodes of season 2, who got sucked down to the Earth Elemental Labyrinth that we are in now. Now, having pulled him out of the stasis which he was in, to gibbering mouthers. Again, warning, if you haven't gone and Googled what a gibbering mouther looks like,
don't.
do yourself a favor.
yeah, don't. Just don't. They are grotesque creatures from aberrations, you might say, true monstrosities. And having quickly dispatched of them, Buster, having cast enough magic, has called the attention and ire of his particular, not patron, but enemy? Well, let's find out on this week's episode of iCast Fireball. The 6 of you find yourself in this chamber where you just defeated the gibbering mouthers, and Ayrzul, this booming voice, reverberates throughout the labyrinth.
There you are, Buster. I thought I felt your presence.
And you hear a rumbling from beyond.
Does everybody hear it?
Everybody hears the earth and stone start to rumble, almost as if the elemental plane itself were shifting, moving, and heading in your direction. A large enough scale noise and tremors to cause alarm within all 6 of you. The woman you helped save, she cries out and screaming above the rumble of the earth and goes, "What is that? What is coming towards us?"
I think it's like an elemental entity, like a huge, maybe
deity?
a god, maybe a god, maybe less than a god. I don't know. Ayrzul
Tim speaks up. Should we stick around here then? Should we just be going?
He only knows where I am, so he looks at Max. And he's like, because there is a moment in his head where, like, in this new headspace he's kind of been embracing about, like, putting other people's lives before his. He recognizes that, like, he's the beacon to Ayrzul's presence, and he looks at Max and immediately remembers, like, Max having the opportunity to take on the difficulty all by himself without anybody else, and he didn't pick that. And so he kind of looks at Max almost like, this headspace I'm in tells me I should run away from you guys and leave you, like, without me, because I'm the problem now. But like, the very recent history is like telling him maybe that's not the right move, actually. So he looks at Max, and like, Max, you can tell he was getting ready to dart out of the room, but he looks at you and he's got a very much like, I don't know what to do right now, like wide eyes.
Max will just kind of look at Buster, look toward where the rumbling is coming from, and kind of resolutely say, I think it's time you stop running. Because, I mean, you got better odds now than you ever have.
I don't want to be responsible for you guys getting killed.
Buster, I'm a monster slayer. This is what I live for.
He looks at Chozo. and you don't have to stick around.
While Max is casting aid, by the way, while this happens, on the 3 companions, not myself.
Well, I believe, in fact, I tried to sneak my way up onto the top of this here maze and didn't work, so I think I do have to stay, actually.
Okay. I don't know what this is gonna be, guys.
Epic.
I don't know this. I don't know this being, but it knows me, apparently.
I do believe I recall seeing a certain glimmer in the lieutenant's eyes when we talked about the prospect of killing a god.
As
He looks at Ignis.
As Chozo says that, Ignis is watching Buster, and in this astral, or in this other planely place, and her visions and echoes being more pronounced. She does see several versions of Buster leaving, right? Because that is his tendency. Other versions of him have left. But hearing Chozo say that, and she does kind of get that twinkle in her eye again of like, oh, this would be interesting to represent Rilterra against another god, especially one that Chozo has said is a forgotten god, and we just saw the body of a forgotten god. That she sees all of their specific, I'll call them fate lines because I don't have a better word for them, their fate lines intertwining, much like her tapestry. And she'll just say, my fate is tied to yours, Buster. I'm your crewmate. We're here for you. What do you want to do?
I don't want anything bad to happen.
Do you think something bad is gonna happen?
I don't see how something bad doesn't happen here. Okay. Ayrzul, can you hear me?
The noise has become ever increasing louder and louder as it just is this avalanche of stone and rock that just seems to be tumbling forward and moving toward you in this labyrinth here. The vast, you see moving through the labyrinth itself, this mound of dirt that from where you currently are at is just, you're like, okay, that's a big thing. And then another 10 seconds goes by and it just keeps moving closer to you. And you're like, okay, that's a lot bigger. And then another 15 seconds goes by and it is beginning to become just monstrous. This mass of rock that is moving towards your direction. You can see that it is starting to take form of these hands and fingers as they are plowing themselves up and then down into the labyrinth as the back of this creature is starting to get formed a little bit more, which Buster, you're the one that recognizes this because you've seen him in previous vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you recall from your vision that Ayrzul is immensely large, at least in the vision that you had. And you're like, oh, it's just a vision, right? It does not appear to be just happening in a vision, in divination. You think perhaps that maybe that scale was pretty accurate. And although they're not the size of a mountain, of course, that would be, how could that be inside a labyrinth? A very large quote-unquote hill would not be unheard of to compare to the size and scope of Ayrzul, as the figure before you starts to form and pause, as it is still a distance away from you to where it can bring its head down and start to take the 6 of you in. Max, you had something, and then Ignis.
3 things, but they're just very quickly. One is the aid that was given to Ned, Josh, and Mickey. It's 10 hit points. Again, it increases your maximum, and that lasts for just 8 hours. So even if you lose them, if you somehow heal again, it heals to that additional 10 for 8 hours. I'm also going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Buster. because I don't know if this is going to help because it's a freaking god. But part of that is you're protected against certain types of creatures, including elementals. And he's thinking this god seems very elemental-ish, so if I can give Buster any sort of benefit, this is going to help. So if it does fit in that category, Josh, then creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against you, can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Wow, that's huge. Could I quickly say something to everybody? Like, as this figure is approaching?
Yeah. My third thing is I'm going to beckon Tim and the lady to basically, like, duck, run. We'll catch up with you later. Just come back the way we came for a little bit and hunker down together.
And when it's just the four of us, Buster looks at everybody, he goes, Okay. I am so crap at this. I don't know what's going to happen next. Everything in my mind says that there's no way I get out of here with you guys. I know that we're going to try, and I'm all for trying, but I need to just say one thing. I love you all. I love all of you. Max, you're the best captain I've ever seen. You're a natural-born leader, and even when you're wrong, it's like the right kind of wrong. And I've thought you'd be a better captain since day one. Ignis, you're too good for your god. You deserve way better than whatever she's giving you, and it's not fair. That kind of loyalty should be earned, and I don't see any reason why she deserves it. You deserve better. Chozo, I actually think I like you. Like, I think we'd be best friends if we were around each other long enough. So, I'm sorry.
Reunion for me to see how you've grown, Buster.
Ignis, you wanted to say something, though, yes?
As Ayrzul starts to speak and Buster starts to shudder kind of underneath the weight of the god, Ignis will touch his back and, like, not push him forward, but almost straighten him up in the front, similar to when they were marching, how she was giving orders and coaching them how to march and to move forward, to just that soft touch of that straighten. And she just will whisper, "Determination and fearlessness. Back straight. Look him in the eye." Just quietly to him, keeping her eyes on the god the whole time, just to keep that moment of bolster as the aid is
He would
resting
not
upon
stand up
him.
straight without it. Yeah.
The aid is resting upon him. He's lightly glowing blue from the protection, and then just to have his team here of just back straight, right?
Thomas, could I quickly cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yes.
Well, we still have that impact when we got launched into this world. I lost a bunch of hit points from that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, that's what that is from. I was like, what is this negative 24 from?
Yeah, you don't remember last session, right?
Over a month ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Buster's other side, I crack a brewski and hand it over to it.
He downs it in one gulp.
As you feel all this happening, Buster, you actually feel yourself a little lighter. You'd feel yourself like being weighed down. What's your passive investigation? Your passive insight, actually.
Passive investigation is 19. Insight's 14.
Okay. Yeah, investigation. After Max cast Protection from Good and Evil, you actually felt like a weight lift off of you.
Okay. And yeah, his
as if-
instinct would be to cower and, like, assume, like, a hiding position and with ears down, but with Ignis, like, backing him up and not doing it forcefully, but kind of almost like compassionately, he responds to it really well and is actually, like, standing now. I guess he's like, yeah, if it's the end, okay. Like, I'm ready for it.
Ayrzul, as he's already greeted you, he brings his face very close to the roof of where you're at. As you recall, this labyrinth was open to air. There is no roof covering it. Not a physical one, as Chozo discovered, just a magical one. And as this being, this immense rock figure lowers himself down. His entire face seems to take up the openness of the roof above you. And there's almost like a little grin that he has as he's speaking to you, Buster.
I see that you have found your way to me, Buster. What a delight. I did not have to bring you myself.
While he's monologuing, I'm going to use an action of Hunter's Sense. And I am going to learn if the creature has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
All right. I will get that to you in a minute.
Okay, so is he within 60 feet of us?
What did I say? The roof...
The roof was less than 30 feet high because I tried to misty step
Less than
up
30 feet. That's right. It was less than 30 feet. Yeah, he's probably 60 feet within you, where you currently are at.
So once per day, I have a third eye ability.
Okay.
And it gives me like a benefit I can choose from a handful of them. But the only one I've been interested in while we're in here is ethereal sight. You can see into the ethereal plane within 60 feet of you.
Okay.
And if he's close enough, I want to pop it and see if I can like see if this is his true form, or if it's like if it's showmanship. Because you only appear this big if you physically cannot appear any other way, or if you're trying to be scary and aren't actually that scary.
Right. Yeah, so what's this ability called again, sorry?
Ethereal sight. You can see into the ethereal plane within 60 feet of you. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work at all in this regard. I probably need like true seeing, whatever that is, but
I looked up etherealness after last session, and there's actually Grunt Squad. I think rules as written, the ethereal plane only exists, I could be wrong on this, as an inverse of the material plane. So if you're not on the material plane, you technically cannot see. However, this is a cool ability.
My understanding of the ethereal plane is essentially like, if you go to the ethereal plane, it's like you're on the material plane, but you can move through stuff. You are intangible. So you can like still see what's going on in the material plane, but you can like move through walls and stuff.
Ah, so it's just, okay. Actually, etherealness, I'm looking in the player's handbook right now. I was wrong. In the area where it overlaps with your current plane, it's not just the material plane, it seems. This is in the player's handbook here. So, rules written, I was wrong. Grunt Squad!
We can bump this, and we can just edit it out, and I can just interact with him.
No. This is good.
Okay.
This is good.
He's a cool DM, Josh. Let him DM.
I will reveal... Let's reveal things about Ayrzul as the conversation unfolds, with this hunter sense from Max and with this ethereal sight from Buster here. You've activated it, you're taking it in now, okay?
And I'm gonna flavor it in the sense that like he's activating it accidentally. Like this kind of like this clarity of mind he's embracing is like opening a side of his magic he's never accessed before. He kind of, his eyes start to glow and he doesn't really understand why, but there's that lack of pressure and a little bit of confidence that gives him, I think, what he needs to reach for that space.
Great. First off, Max, you discover that this creature is immune to being charmed, frightened, or petrified, which most gods are. So, lords, if you will. Elemental lords, if you will. So, now.
I am a bit curious, Buster. You bring me little figures to play with in my labyrinth. Your companions here to be participants in the internal labyrinth.
We're not here to play, Ayrzul. This isn't a game.
The grinding of rock against rock as
Buster starts to go,
chuckle.
ha 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 ha.
Where they both and
He starts just
Ayrzul goes,
laughing back at him, a little frustrated. Like, yeah, he hates being laughed at. There's like, yeah, a little bit of like anger is now rising as he's like feeling belittled by this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
there is absolute amusement that comes over Ayrzul's face. Buster, you see through into the ethereal plane, this ethereal sight, and there just appears to be like an echo of Ayrzul existing there, pretty much as an after image of what you see here.
Okay.
As he moves, his figure moves, and he laughs and goes,
Buster, I do not believe you have control over what happens in my labyrinth.
I have control over one piece of your labyrinth, myself, and I am not playing a game. I didn't come here to see you. I didn't come here for you. I came here by accident. I'm trying to get to the Fey realm, and I'm not even trying to do that for myself.
Are you sure you're not trying to do that for yourself? The Buster I knew only ever acted in his own self-interest.
Then you didn't know me early enough, Ayrzul. I wasn't always like that.
Didn't I?
I didn't start that way.
You may not have thought so. Using your gift to delay the inevitable with your beloved, to ensure she did not meet her fate, so you could be with her a moment longer, a moment here, a moment there. And did you not fake your own demise to skirt your responsibility to your family, your town, abandoned, packed, broken, with me, Ayrzul, leaving them to fend for themselves without the help of a lord. All so you could run away and play pretend. That is someone not acting in their own self-interest.
Buster, he takes off the treasure chest of emotional baggage and drops it to the ground. No, he just like shrugs it off, lets it fall. Both like, I think, thematically and literally. And he steps forward and he says, "You don't know Jack. And screw the inevitable. And screw fate. I did a good thing in saving Anne-Marie. And I'm not gonna let you make me feel bad about that. And I'm not gonna make you make me feel bad about other stuff. I know I wasn't a good person. You dummy. You're just saying obvious stuff. Are you gonna squish us, or can we please leave?"
I would not squish someone so interesting as you, Buster. I would like to keep all of you here with me.
How about no?
Buster looks back at Max. He's like, I don't know how to respond to that one.
That's Tim.
Wasn't
Tim
Tim
in the back. How about
to
no?
tell us that?
Yeah.
How about no?
I am afraid this is going to be a non-starter for us. I appreciate your offer, but we have other places to be.
Wait, offer. Are we dealing? Hey, hold on. Ayrzul, are we dealing?
I believe the time for dealing is past. I have found you. You are caught. And I like to have fun in my labyrinth. So, let's play a game.
Out of the wall, in the room that you're in, a wall just raises up, and the stone almost disappears as it disappears into the ceiling, and from behind it, you see a very large creature. one that shouldn't be surprising to our players here, but maybe be surprising to each of your characters here. Maybe not Chozo. You see a very large, bare-chested, strong minotaur step out from behind the wall, holding a massive axe. Its horns pointed to the sky, its snout breathing out bestially. Ayrzul saying,
I think the first game we could play here is a game of tag.
and he looks at the Minotaur. He says,
Zamkin,
and the Minotaur reacts,
you're it.
and Zamkin looks to each of you, bears down, and puts his hoof back. And he's gonna start to chase each of you or charge you. So
Buster, as this is unfolding, Buster's just gonna lean back to Max and go, Max, I told him I wasn't gonna play games. I don't know what to do now. Do we play the game? I feel like I'm supposed to just stand here and let it tag me, but I don't feel like that's the right idea.
Same.
Play the game.
He's like, play the game. It's like I'm having a really good moment. Like I feel like I had a really good breakthrough.
It was powerful, I felt it. But we're playing a game right now. We're playing a game.
It's now we run. We run now though. Yeah, we run now. Okay.
I cast Sleet Storm.
Oh, nice.
let's have everybody roll initiative here.
Let's go!
Incredible. Oh, that's so funny.
He doesn't get to see us play his games.
Hey.
Are you still attached to that little totem? Or was that the one you unattached
I'm
from?
still attached to Elazar and Corrine the Displaced.
Yes. I remember the displaced. I thought the other one was... Oh, because it was the lock one.
Mm-hmm.
Because you switched to the displaced.
It's so funny having a moral victory that you really don't get to profit off of in the immediate.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Play the game. We're going to play the game.
Welcome to life. Play the game.
Wow.
I love the standing up and then quickly turning around and being like, hey, so I kind of feel like we still need to run though.
I had the same thought. I was like, do we play this game? It feels like we need to play the game, but it feels like we're not supposed to play the game, but I'm afraid of what happens if we don't play the game.
I think for me, it's like Buster saw into the ethereal plane the exact same thing he was seeing in the plane we're in, and he was kind of like, I don't think there's more layers to this guy. I think he'll just be like, okay, now he's dead. I don't think this is a very deep god. I think it's very straightforward.
Sorry, pausing here for a tiny bit. I'm trying to find chase rules.
Oh, so we are
Do
playing a
just
game,
traditional
okay.
Ooh,
combat
cool. Let's do
here.
it.
Chase rules are in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
There's something very meta about actively playing a game and yelling, I'm not playing.
We're just we're running away
I'm not afraid anymore.
as we run away.
We have turned into children, and we are using child logic.
That was Ignis's first introduction to Anne Marie stuff.
Yeah, I think it was
Didn't know about that
everybody's.
before.
It was only
yeah, he hasn't
Ataraxia
told
who heard
anybody,
about
but-
it. So everyone's like,
Was it?
Oh,
I thought
that's
he said all that
right.
to Max.
no.
No.
Max
Was it
never
not to
got that backstory.
Whoa, it's new to all of us.
I think he gave Max a level of when he saw Max's wife and understood that. I think he made it clear to Max that he understood that kind of connection.
Yeah.
But I don't think he.
He didn't talk
Yeah,
like...
there's been thoughts, but we didn't
Well, that's
actually
why.
know about her.
That's why when you're talking, it's like, Anne-Marie. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're talented. You don't know Jack. Who's Jack? Who? Who are all these people?
That is some of the most from my hip RP I've done in a long time. I haven't planned any of this stuff.
I loved it. I loved it
That
a
was
lot.
great. Okay, here we go. Chase, let's see if... Sorry, guys. This is all spur of the moment. Improv, baby. Chase requires a quarry and at least one pursuer. Definitely that. Any participants not already initiative order must roll initiative. Okay, good. We did that good. Each participant can only take one action and move on its turn. The chase ends when one side drops out or the quarry escapes. When a chase begins, determine the starting distance between the quarry and the pursuers. Between them and designate the pursuer closest to the quarry is the lead. Running the chase. Strongly motivated to use a dash action. Participants in the chase are strongly motivated to use the dash action every round.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet.
Pursuers who stop to cast spells run the risk of losing their quarry, and a quarry that does so is likely to be caught. They can freely use the dash equal to the number of times of 3 plus its Constitution modifier. Each additional dash action it takes during the chase requires the creature to succeed on a DC 10 Constitution. Oh, so like you take your normal turn, but you can do it at you 3 subsequent turns, or you get tired. Okay.
I'm gonna force this creature to roll bad for its first 2 rolls.
Ooh, that's a good move. All right. Okay. Let's get everybody's initiative then. Buster.
12.
Great. Max.
25.
Wow. Ignis.
18.
Chozo.
12.
And Minotaur Man. What is he rolling, Buster? You're forcing him to roll bad?
Not for initiative, but for that triple dash thing that you were talking about where you got to roll. I'm just letting you know so you don't roll them because I have to say it before you roll them.
Okay, cool.
Did
Let's
Hunter's Mark let us know how big his constitution was? By any chance?
That was for Ayrzul.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I have Hunter's Sense on him.
Sorry, Hunter's
Which,
Sense.
did he have any vulnerabilities at all? Or just
He did
immunities?
not. He is a god.
What about cheap insults? Is he vulnerable to those?
I mean, he's a sucker for salsa verde Doritos.
Oh.
That's for sure.
I'm going to be able to move really far, really fast with I can jump 20 feet as a bonus action.
All right, let's roll a d20 for this Minotaur. Blink.
For his initiative.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Natural 1.
Hey!
Let's go.
And nothing to Dex, actually, for a Minotaur stat.
Can he just,
so.
because it's a natural 1, can he just like have a heart attack?
He snaps his ACL as he steps back to like charge.
And Ayrzul's like, game over.
Game you can go.
You can go. You made it.
What a fun joke.
No, he doesn't do that, actually. But he wound up... He's winding up so far, like with his hoof. He's like, pawing it on the ground.
He's playing with us. He's letting us get away.
We shouldn't wait here. Let's. Yeah, we should leave. All right,
Buster putting the chest back on his back.
All right, Max. So the chase is you're going through the maze to try to escape. I feel like since you are the quarry, you need to have a distinct place to go. Max, you're leading, and as the captain, you feel the pulse of the portal again. Not too far away from
I have
where
the
you
compass.
currently are. Yeah, and the compass. This is just a minor detour, so you can lead your crew to that. As the rocks are, it's like is it Dune that has like these sand compasses that like just kind of like I don't know what it is. I just imagining like a compass made of sand now as you're in a new plane of existence here, to where like the arrow is like forming and pointing in that direction to reflect the plane of existence you're in. So at the top of the round, you yell to the crew of where the destination is as you start to lead them.
We pick up the 2 stragglers on our way out of the room. We're running.
As per the Dungeon Master Guide on page 252 of the DMG, there's chase sequences. It's just normal initiative, normal and action economy. You have your movement, you have your action, and then you have your bonus actions you can do. As I said earlier, which might be in the recording or not, the DMG says you are strongly encouraged to use the dash action every round to ensure your speed is post-haste. With that, I turn to each of you, and Max, we start with you.
Okay.
Did Chozo get his sleet storm off before this?
Yes. Chozo, your sleet storm is sleet
All
storm.
right. He doesn't get to watch us play his game. What if we just kill the Minotaur before it starts chasing us?
I mean, death is always an option in this game.
So, yeah. And I guess I should be specific. It's going to be me, Ignis, Max, and Buster who are able to see through the sleet storm.
Hey, great idea.
How far away is the Minotaur from us?
He is a good 30 feet.
Okay, cool. Max will point. Max will actually. This is what Max is going to do. Here's trust for you. Max will take the compass, throw it. Montage. Not montage. What is it? Zoom in. Close. Oh, compass floating. Who's it going to? Lands in Ignis's hands. And he'll say, "Lead him out!" And he will plunge his claws into the ground and utter the phrase,
Grow to strike through vine and spike.
and he will cast Spike Growth. Right in front of the Minotaur, which makes 20 feet of difficult terrain for him. And he will take damage.
But then halves how far you can move afterwards.
It's already difficult terrain with the sleet storm.
No, but I mean, Max won't be able to dash, so he'll be behind
Okay.
all
Yes.
of us.
But he'll be hurt also
Yes, yes,
while
yes.
he's doing it too.
Yes, correct. So,
Well, the Sleet Storm, how big is the Sleet Storm's area of effect, Ned?
The sleet storm is a 20-foot tall cylinder with a 40-foot radius.
40-foot radius, okay.
So 80 feet across.
Yeah.
Yes, 80 feet across,
in
yes.
total.
Okay. I said I'd do it, so I'm doing it. Boom. It'll at least hurt him while he's
The damage
also...
is good.
It's double difficult.
all right. Buster, as this spike growth goes into effect, you feel a little bit of weight come back onto yourself. You're like, ugh, kind of like this heaviness come back to you as the concentration of
Protection from good and evil
dissipates. But the spike growth goes off without a hitch. Inside the sleet storm, the Minotaur is looking at each of you fiercely. It's going to charge when it is their turn. That is your action, Max. You have a movement. You have a bonus.
I will run
Okay.
for my movement.
Run. Great.
And might as well for my bonus just cast Hunter's Mark on the... Not Hunter's Mark, that's the spell. Slayer's Prey on the Minotaur.
We're not going to be keeping track of feet here. I'm going to just do degrees of distance away. You are, we'll say, 3 distance away from the Minotaur now, using your full movement, okay? And everybody else is 2 distance away from the Minotaur right now, okay? Let's just keep me honest throughout the rest of this, okay? So, Max, that is your go. And Ignis, we go to you.
Ignis, like the mighty wide receiver of times gone past, she will catch the compass as it flies through the air and just snapping right into that soldier mode. She has orders. She will not question those orders. So as she starts to run out of the room, picking up, she leaves Buster and Chozo to maybe get the other 2. I don't know that she's gonna care about these other 2 prisoners. Her mission is to lead the way forward toward this thing. So, but as she does turn and starts to run, she will use her bonus action to pull on a random thread. As she goes by, she doesn't even look at it. She just pulls a echo into existence of a terrified tiefling standing there. Actually, I'm gonna change that a little bit. I'm gonna do that, but a little bit later. So on the outside of the sleet storm, because she can go 80 feet, which is outside of the sleet storm. Right as she exits the sleet storm, she will pull on a random string and find a frightened tiefling kind of cowering there, with the intention of, once the Minotaur does exit that sleet storm, maybe with a roll, he might have a different target that would temporarily stop him or confuse him or something.
Great.
So she'll pull on that echo and leave it there as she exits that sleet storm, running her full 80 feet movement and dash.
Okay. Sounds good. You are, we'll say, 4 units away from the Minotaur. Great. That is going to be Ignis's Buster. It goes to you.
Buster, no words. He He hops 20 feet using his bonus action to jump 20 feet out of the room, and then he'll dash 60 feet.
Dang. All right. We'll say that you are side by side with Ignis, having gathered Tim and the terrified woman from where they
I'm
were
like,
hiding.
run.
And just calling them like, get over here! And Chozo, with the sleet storm in effect, you are the last one in the room. You see the Minotaur about to charge. You see Ayrzul through the sleet storm up, and you just have a little bit of a moment to where thinking to your other encounters with elemental lords, with gods, with tricksters, with pretend gods, forgotten gods, and you're just like, I don't know. How would Chozo be feeling in a moment like this?
I think he's feeling a lot of admiration. Like, of all of the various places he's been, like, he's faced some pretty big stuff. He has definitely spoken with gods, thwarted a couple maybe, like, minor sort of, like, higher powers. But this is a big guy. This is not just, like, a minor deity. This is, like, a full-on elemental lord with a big, powerful domain. And maybe it's a little bit of ignorance on the part of his friends that they don't know exactly how big this is. But either way, it is very brave, and I think there's a sense of like, okay, yeah, these are good people to hang around with. They're taking action, they're making a difference, and they actually care about each other. Like, he's still thinking back, as much as there is a giant god in front of him, he's still thinking back to what Buster said before he got so rudely interrupted by Ayrzul, and there's this one little sort of giddy part in the back of his brain. Like, if we go kind of inside out, zoom into Chozo's brain, most of the emotions are right at the front, just focused on what's happening. And there's one...
the apiary of his mind.
Yeah, the apiary. There's one little child in the back just like, I have a friend. And so that's kind of the thing that's in his brain as he sees the two being carried out by Buster, looks at the Minotaur, and flips off the Minotaur even though he can't see him. And
very Blades of Glory, like Will Ferrell flipping. Yes. All right.
Aviary,
Nice.
not apiary. Apiary's bees.
Yeah, aviary. Yes.
Aviary.
Flip him the bird from the Birdman.
flip him the bird.
Yes.
Hey, Mickey, that's an inspiration.
Yeah, it is.
Hey!
You just feel really bad for me. That's okay. I'll take it.
Is that Mickey's
take
first
pity.
pun
pity.
inspiration she's ever
That was
gotten?
the first
done bad
pun
ones.
I've ever heard.
That wasn't
from
even a
Mickey.
Two
pun.
seasons.
That was just like
2 seasons and 3
Yeah, it
planes
was.
of existence to get an inspiration for a pun.
3 pain.
There we go. So Chozo, action-wise, action economy, what are you doing?
I'm going to run after my friends.
There you go. Dash and movement,
Yep.
eh?
And I ran.
Great.
I ran so far.
But I suppose I'll use my
All right.
bonus action just before I leave to... I mean, I'll have my glitch, my new minor spirit that I just bound myself to. Or actually, what do I think this guy's probably going to be bad at? He's probably bad at a wisdom saving throw. So Phazon, my strange, going to force the Minotaur to make a wisdom saving throw DC 18.
Oh, right now. Okay.
It rolls 7.
I mean, this is not a big effect.
Dang it! Never mind.
He's
Okay,
going to
I'll-
take
can I-
1d4 psychic damage from this.
You rolled it. You rolled it before I could say. Can we just go with your roll?
Yeah, we'll go with my roll.
So sorry.
Wisdom save. Yeah, that's a 6.
All right.
So,
So yeah, 1d4 psychic damage.
all right.
And for just like the briefest moment, as it takes 2 psychic damage, it can see my middle fingers as I'm flipping it off, and then they disappear into the sleet.
I love
What
it.
are we striving for, people? What are we striving for?
I love that. Oh, that's great.
We're striving for birds flipping the bird. That
It
that
is
had to
now the
happen. Like,
Minotaur's turn.
it's amazing we've
Bird
gone
is the
this
word.
far with a
Bird
bird
is the
not
word.
doing that. Honestly,
bird
that's
is the
really the
word.
most surprising part.
And it's now the Minotaur's go. Minotaur.
Okay, it starts its turn in the area of the sleet storm. It has to make a dexterity saving throw to see if it doesn't fall prone.
All right. It bellows and
Wait,
screams.
don't roll. Don't roll. It rolls a 7.
It rolls a 7. Dexterity saving throw? Okay, so it's got a 7 on its dexterity saving throw.
Like Buster threw a rock down on like a space before the Minotaur, like because he saw the vision. So like when it takes its very first step, it just crunches on like a soft spot of its hoof.
And it just goes as it just falls to the ground. And then it picks itself up. So half movement.
Yep.
And it charges. And it's going to move 10 feet in a straight line. Actually, 20 feet in a straight line. Not seeing the spike growth that's on the ground for each of those 5 feet. So it's going to take, and for each 5 feet, it's going to go
2d6. It's like the
walls
in Mario.
It's the Mario wall. Super Mario 64.
I love that this is us running away.
4. So 4. I roll 4 times here. Here we go.
So that's 8d4. Nintendo, don't sue us.
One more. 16 damage.
Jeez, on his turn.
A very Benny Hill situation. As he gets the bird,
Minotaur's no
as
good.
he
Very
falls
bad
to
day.
the ground, and he runs forward, screaming in pain. And as he's doing this, that's his movement. He can move another 40 feet, 20 feet, because his movement's halved, right? I think he's out of the spike growth at that point. Nope, 20 more feet. Sorry, Jacob, roll that again, because it's a 20-foot radius.
Was it half his movement to unprone?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then he moved through difficult terrain, half movement.
Wait, so I do it
Oh my
again?
gosh, you're right.
So
So
I don't think he can move that far.
yeah, so hold on. So he wants to spend a dash and a movement. So that's 80 feet of movement. So then he only has 40 feet because he had to stand up. And then he did half of that because it's difficult terrain. Yeah, you're right. So he's only halfway through the spike growth. Okay, never mind.
And he's going to start his next turn inside the sleet storm again.
Inside the sleep
Could
storm
fall
again.
down again. Yeah.
That's good because he moves faster than most of our group. He moves way faster than most
And
of our group.
Ayrzul, you hear Ayrzul just laughing in delight.
Oh, what a wonderful, good show.
Oh, he can't see it.
He's a god. He can see what he wants.
He's a god.
Yeah.
Come on.
He has tremor sense, no doubt he has tremor sense. He sees everything that's touching the ground.
Okay, fine.
We did prejudge this Minotaur, though. He could have legitly just wanted to play a game of tag. Just would have run up and like,
Gotcha.
and like, boop. But no, we thought it was violent intent, so we just totally just thrashed him.
I doubt this Minotaur's had a great time. I doubt it's here because it wants to be here. But yeah, we gotta run.
And with one round of combat having been completed, that's where we're going to end this week's episode of iCast Fireball.
Wow.
Triumphantly running.
Well, having been forced to play this game with Ayrzul, this is our week's episode of iCast Fireball. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and for following along on this adventure. Players, thank you so much. Listeners, thank you. If you like what we're doing, a 5-star review on the podcast review choice would go a long way to getting us into other people's recommended feeds and get Season 2 and Season 1 in there, as well as our other podcasts that we have, our Stormlight Archive, ongoing TTRPG we've got going, and our other podcasts, Stormlight Archive, actual play that we've got going on our YouTube channel as well. If you want to go like that, leave a comment as well. But speaking of 5-star reviews, we got a 5-star review from Balanced World with the subject line, highly recommend. They say this here is top-notch podcasting, great audio storytelling. It's clean, funny, and creative. I love it. I've listened to all they've released, and it's amazing, even if you don't know what D&D is, if you still love storytelling. If I could give it more stars, I would. Balanced World, thank you for bringing balance to our hearts. I don't know if that phrase really worked, but we appreciate the 5-star review. We also want to shout out Yo Laura, you Subject line, this is great, period. All caps. Finally, a good, clean, story-driven D&D podcast. Blessings of Tiamat to you all. Thumbs up emoji. I will take those blessings of Tiamat, even though they're most likely evil. But yo, Laura, you, thank you so much for that 5-star review as well. If you want to get shouted out, you can shoot us an email at icastfireball2020@gmail.com. Or, again, leave the review on the podcatcher of your choice or comment on our YouTube channel. But we also want to shout out our sister podcast, Improv Tabletop. They have amazing 1-month adventures. They have ongoing adventures. They have Patreon exclusive adventures that they've got going on. They've got so much going on over there in the TTRPG space where they focus on good storytelling. And surprise, if you haven't figured it out, listening this far into season 1 and 2, Ned is the GM over there. And he is a blast to lead and direct all those stories. So don't forget to leave them a 5-star review on the way out. Lastly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and fellow wacky adventures. But until next time, I'm Thomas, your DM, and around the table we have
Lieutenant Ignis Harkon.
Maximus Shuns.
Chozo Lebec.
And Buster Bilgewater.
Let's keep that fire going, everybody, and we'll see you all next time.